creatures from the world of the undead.
The most bizarre.
Devil worship, Satanism, black magic, or witchcraft. Zodiac killer.
All lights go out and the monsters are released from their coffins.
Now, prepare yourself for the most gruesome and grotesque experience of them all. The Creep-O-Rama.
That's a lot of blankets.
It is a lot of blankets.
It's the coziest goddamn blanket fort you ever seen, homie.
So, I haven't watched Surviving the Game in a long time.
I'd never seen it.
Really?
Oh, so this is my first time watching it today.
Oh, wow.
Fuck yes.
So,
fuck yes.
Gary Busey is a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
Yes.
In
real life.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not his own fault, technically.
Well, I mean, no, he put himself in that position to have.
He did put
bunch of. I mean, he didn't need.
I mean, it's arguable that after the first one, that it's no longer. That's a whole conversation.
Yeah, but then he just kept doing it, and then kept having motorcycle accidents because he just kept doing it. So
right, but I mean, after the first one, clearly his judgment is flawed.
Now, I will say, I thought that his like accident, brain trauma thing, something of that nature, happened in like the early 2000s. Because like I believe like there was that show or something like that on Comedy Central. And I remember being
Time
like,
with Busey?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, what the fuck happened to Gary Busey?
It always felt super exploitative to me, so I never watched it.
And I never watched it either, but I saw a couple clips and I was like, what the fuck is this? But turns out like
I watched every episode. I was an EP. I'm so sorry you guys didn't like it.
Were you really?
No.
I was going to say, we were like 15 when that shit came out, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
not
that
sure
makes
how
sense.
I landed that gig right out of middle school, but I did. And it was
I went into Hollywood.
Anything is possible.
Yeah. So, but upon reading, he got fucked up in like 1988, 89.
Wait, when did he do Point Break? Was that after?
That was after. So so his brain injury was so bad that the doctors were like, "You're done, dude. You're not coming back from this." And
in 88,
in like 88, 89, and then
that's crazy.
Somehow he bounced back, and then then he did all.
So
because the majority of the movies that I know him from are from the 90s,
right?
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Is like, what was he in before that we would know him from?
A lot. I mean, he's got a huge career, but I don't because I can't. When did Silver Bullet come
prior
out?
to Point Blank?
Silver Bullet was
because like for
Silver
me,
that's where he had the accident.
Yeah, he
in the rocket.
Well, Lethal Weapon was 87.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that.
Oh, he was in Lethal Weapon. That's right. He's one of the goons. Yeah. Dude, he's so good in that. Yeah.
But like
so that's it. That's crazy. He's more crazy in that than he is in Point Break to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when was
active?
Predator 2 was 90s, right?
Yeah, that was
1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Under Siege, Surviving the Game, Point Break.
I forgot he was in Under Siege.
He's a fucking lunatic in that movie. Which I guess I should just rephrase that and say, yeah, Gary Busey is Gary Busey in Under Siege.
He's Gary Busey, yeah.
He plays a lunatic very well. What my favorite part was as I was watching Surviving the Game, he starts on his monologue about the dog that I'm like, oh man, this is fucked up. And like halfway through the monologue, I'm like, I feel like this is just Gary Busey telling a story.
Dude, 100%.
And then I looked it up, and it is just Gary Busey telling a story.
Wait, really?
He wrote that monologue and brought it to set.
Yep.
And told it on set. And apparently Rutger Hauer was like, at the end of the story, Rutger Hauer was like, bullshit. And then the director was like, actually, no, I kind of like that story. So they cut him saying bullshit and kept the story in for for Gary Busey's character.
I was going to say my only note for this whole movie. I love this movie. I saw this movie when I was a fucking child.
Yeah,
like way before I should have seen this movie. Yeah. It was on one of the. I think it was on like a Cinemax like free preview or some shit.
It was on Cinemax all the time.
I didn't know who any of these people were at the time. I was just like, this movie's fucking sick.
Yeah,
and now I'm like, oh nuts. My God, the cast in this. However, the one note that I have is that I wish that him and F. Murray Abraham switch places in this movie, so that F. Murray Abraham dies earlier on, and then you've got the night fight. Like, I think that Busey fucking with the sun would have been
in as
oh my
Gary
God,
Busey.
that would have been incredible.
Yeah, that was my one note.
Gary Busey's teen son, Jake.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Gary Busey was the first one to go out. I think that was a bad move.
I think that's the only bad move.
I mean, let's get out of the gate. Fuck Gary Busey. Like, the he's not a good dude, but he very problematic. But
he's a great flavor to these movies. I'll put it that way.
He's a fucking lunatic, like straight up. Like, that monologue about the dog. What's interesting is that monologue. I guess people on the internet are now going back and finding out how fucked up like Gary Busey is as an actor, and I mean that in like a good sense of like taking that monologue or as Josh said, creating that monologue, the delivery of that shit. Nobody else could do that other than Gary Busey. Just an absolute fucking psycho. And
but it's also like a flawless performance, really.
Oh,
like
completely.
It's not. You're not like, it's definitely not like I'm with Busey level where you're like, what is this guy talking about in this way? Like, it's just enough like intensity that you're like, wow, I believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe it, bro.
Yeah, completely. He's a fucking nut job. I mean that both in the good and bad. But him, a full speed Gary Busey coming out of a burning building at the camera. I think you guys probably saw my review. Like, that's the best jump scare in cinema history. You can't fuck with a full 100%. Speed Gary Busey on fire.
No.
Perfect shot.
With the fringe jacket, with the fringe jacket,
a flaming Busey.
Sounds like
a great
reminds me of
flaming Busey with a fringe jacket.
There's like some Twitter profile that it's just like at one perfect shot, and all they do is share screen grabs of
Gary Busey
cinema, like movies, like this incredible golden hour shot of mountains or something. And it's always like some of the best cinematography you've ever seen. And part of me is just like, I think you guys need to do the Gary Busey running at me with a knife from a burning building, because that is a perfect shot.
It is.
For some reason, as you said, golden hour like shot, I was just imagining like, oh, it's super nice. You could see the sun like just in the horizon, but then it's the sun from Rick and Morty, except it's Gary Busey yelling.
Wham!
That is perfect. I do love Ice-T retweeted somebody the other day, because somebody was like, rewatching Surviving the Game, I used to love this movie as a kid, didn't realize Ice-T was in it. And Ice-T retweeted it, was like, I was the motherfucker they were hunting. Like, how did you not know I was in it?
I want to say this right now, because there is technically the potential that Ice-T will actually listen to this. T, come on the podcast and let's fucking talk Surviving the Game.
Yes.
Because this is one of the best movies ever made.
I would, yes. Yeah, it's like a 2-hour conversation.
There's so
fun.
much.
But he mentioned that he wanted the role, and they didn't want him for it originally, because they were like, no, we don't want to make it about race. And Ice-T was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, just have me be the one that's hunted. It doesn't have to be about race. And that's why they made all the trophies in the trophy room white guys.
White, okay. I think that actually works better. Yeah. Because it's definitely just about him being homeless. And I do think that race part is an important dialogue to have. And I do think that that's what makes this movie work as well as it does. Because if it was just some white dude, then it's just the pest. Even though Leguizamo clearly not white. But still, I just don't think it works as well without him being black. Because it's more like, oh, fuck. Because this is not an original idea for a movie. This movie's been being
it came out a year after Hard Target.
Yeah.
But it's also, if it was a white guy, he probably wouldn't have fought back as hard as Ice-T did.
Right.
That's just one of those things where you're like, he's not going to fuck around.
The first, they're like, run, we're going to go eat breakfast. And then he's like, he gets like one scene down the road and he's like, think, motherfucker. What do we do?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah.
And then he's like, double back and go get their fucking guns.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, no one ever did that before, which is like, really?
Right.
No one thought of that. But all right, Ice-T.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a pretty fucked up situation to be in. You're in the woods, no guns, no food, no water. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but they just think got to get to civilization and they win.
Yeah, but they're not ice motherfucking teeth.
That's
not
true.
ice motherfucking teeth.
Not ice motherfucking teeth.
Yeah,
that trophy room. That was one of
so
the traumatizing scenes of my childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
That one's stuck.
It's not. It doesn't hit quite as hard now.
No, because I've seen lots of
like
rooms
when I
with
was
heads
a kid.
and jars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know, that's kind of
now I'm like, all right, that's pretty good. But back then I was like, whoa,
now you see it on
full of heads.
on like I think they used it in season 2 or 3 of Walking Dead. Like all kind, there's
the governor.
Yeah, there's been numerous scenes with heads and jars, but
he's got fish tanks full of heads. That's a little weird.
Yeah, but that was the first time I saw a room full of heads and jars, and that fucked me up. I think I was like,
is that where Futurama got the idea?
Maybe.
It's possible. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of heads and jars somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm assuming
I did like that they were. It is more realistic to have them preserved in jars than to have them mounted like a stuffed like buckhead or something on the wall.
Yeah, can't do that.
It would be fun if they were mounted, but they'd all be looking down, right? Like you have to crane the neck up.
I'm sure there's a way to do it.
It's just a bunch of people like planking into a wall.
I'm sure there's a way to angle the head. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could do it, but
bro, I'm sure there's ways to angle the head.
Yeah. You just, you put it up there. Yeah, you just anchor it to the wall a certain way to be fine. But like the fucking lights and just heads floating in jars, fucked up. Fucked up,
shit, man.
But I think this movie did two, like, kind of weird things. Is how they. I mean, we already said Gary Busey should have lasted until the end.
Mm-hmm.
That and and Dr. Cox. He should have been one of the ones at the end too.
I do love his character though.
He's so emotional.
He's
so
such
emotional.
like overly aggressive, asthmatic dork.
Yeah, that's
but
what
also like
asthma.
So Chad.
Yeah, the asthma is just like not shitting on people who have asthma. I'm not, I'm just shitting on this one particular fucking asshole with asthma.
Yeah. Because he's not acting how somebody with asthma should act.
No, not at all. He's way too hyper, way too overly emotional.
I also love the
himself.
one where I don't remember what he says, but he's like,
But I think what works so well, not just about his character, but the characters in general, because I watch a lot of low budget movies and I've watched a lot of bad horror movies, and you watch so many movies where it's like a group of people doing something and you cannot fucking tell the difference between 2 or 3 or 4 different characters because the person who wrote them did not make an informed decision about what each personality is going to be.
Right.
And this group of people in the cabin, you can tell why each person is there. They each have a different reason for wanting to hunt a human.
Yeah.
They're each at a different level of sociopathy, and they're each like have their own like goals. And it's like it's so a really well put together group. You're like, I can totally see how they found each other and how they get on each other's nerves, but how they also support each other in this fucking sick hobby that they have. Yeah. And they're all played so well. Like it's John C. McGinley will always be known as Dr. Cox because Scrubs is so iconic, but him in movies, he's such a fucking intense, insane man.
There was a movie that he did in the 90s, I think in late 90s, maybe the early 2000s. I think it was called Intensity.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that one.
Yeah, it was based on a Dean Koontz
I don't think
book.
I've seen that.
I caught it.
Okay.
I caught it on some TV channel.
It was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? It is fucked up." Hey, from what I remember,
is he a bad guy in it?
Oh yeah. He
okay, nice.
Yeah, follows this woman who I think was on like vacation with a friend of hers, and then while they're on vacation, Dr. Cox shows up and he fucking kills the whole family. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Jesus.
But I think he kills the whole family. He kidnaps somebody, and then she like sneaks her way onto his like I think like RV or something like that and hides and like like he takes like they end up back at his house or something. That's all I remember. It was
tickling something in the back of my brain. I remember somebody being trapped on an RV.
Yeah. So it's based in it's from 1997 and it's he torments a family gathered in the Pacific Northwest for Thanksgiving. So that's how I found it recently as I was looking up Thanksgiving horror movies, and it's on Esquire's top 10 Thanksgiving-based horror films.
I did not.
It's another TV movie, but John C. McGinley plays a serial killer.
Dude, he's. I mean, it's a fucked up compliment, but he was made to be a serial killer.
Dude, he's a great psycho.
He is.
He's such a good psycho. Like I mean, and technically, even in Scrubs, he's a psycho. He's just he's just a professional psycho. Like he's just I'm sure any nurses out there are like, yeah, that guy exists. That guy's definitely a doctor
for sure.
Yeah, his emotional outbursts are so comedic, but at the same time, like,
he's scary. He's a scary dude.
Yeah, sketch city all around.
Sketch, very sketch.
I did love that this movie came out a year after Hard Target. Is very different from Hard Target, though.
Oh yeah.
As far as like story goes, but still uses a lot of the same music as Hard Target.
Dude, I was gonna say there's a lot of jazz in this.
Yeah,
there's a lot of saxophone playing.
Look, in the 90s, if you were in an urban city setting, there was jazz to I mean, I think Falling Down has it too. Like there's just like
so long.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
I could be completely misremembering that, but like I feel like that's another one. I feel like I just remember there being a lot of like, I'm a homeless person and I'm in the city, so there's jazz to show how like I'm not like I'm not one of those shitty homeless people. I'm a smart homeless person. You know what I mean?
I'm just down on my luck. Cue jazz.
That is the ultimate down on your luck music, because you hear it in Hard Target when it's like bow, 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 like that little like twangy guitar. Also, and then
I'm now remembering like I think it was like a 50s and 60s trope with all the like neon lights that would go by that represented you going on a bender, and that would always have jazz to it.
Yep.
That's what Surviving the Game was lacking, a fucking mullet. If they had Jean-Claude Van Damme's mullet in Surviving the Game, it would have been...
One of those dudes totally could have had a mullet.
Yeah, Dr. Cost could have had it. No, that kid should have had the mullet.
That kid could have had a... Rutger Hauer almost had a mullet.
Almost.
It was real close.
So, is it Rutger or Rutger?
I say Rutger.
I've always said Rutger.
What a name. What a fucking name.
Yeah.
What a name.
Maybe it's Rutger.
Rutger, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder.
It's actually pronounced Edward. I don't know why you guys keep fucking this up.
Fucking
assholes. Edward Johnson, guys.
Yeah. But that guy. A lot of intensity going on in this movie.
Dude, let me say this. So we watched Surviving the Game, The Hitcher, and Hobo with a Shotgun. And he's so good in all of these that first off, it's all three psychos, but all three completely different psychos.
Yeah.
Like different variations. But he's so good and so intense in these movies that I forgot he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh man, what happened to Rutger Hauer? And I was like, fuck, he died in 2019. Motherfucker.
Yep.
Like
the dude's he's like he's just timeless.
He's the most underrated horror / action actor for sure.
Oh yeah. That guy had like a level of like just seriousness and intensity. Like this was the first time I watched The Hitcher.
Same
I
here.
don't know if
I've
you've
never
seen
it
it,
before.
Josh.
I don't know how I've never seen it before.
This was my first time watching it, and I was so fucking mad at myself for waiting until I was almost 40 to watch one of the best 100%.
Yeah,
it's in my top 5 Dead or Alive forever now. It's so good.
I could not believe how good this.
2 minutes in, he's like, "Oh, because I cut his legs off,
and
I cut his arms off, and I cut his head off, and I'm gonna do the same to you." And I was like, fucking the title treatment just left the screen. And we're already you have my attention.
Hitcher just fucking starts.
Yeah. And I'm like, how are they going to keep this going for 90 minutes? There's no build. We don't have to get to know anybody. And I'm like, no, they do a really good job of
They do a great job
getting to know this guy, being on the fucking horrifying trip along with him.
I feel like this was just a normal Saturday for Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
You know, he was just...
This is just what he does in the desert.
Yeah.
He just takes a weekend off and he just...
Exactly. It was his weekend off from filming something else, maybe surrounding the game. No, this was before that. He was filming something. And
that's
he
how
was
good
like,
Rutger Hauer is. He fucking
time traveled.
We need you to play a crazy person. And he was like, well, I only go method. So give me a minute. I'm going to go on a quick road trip. There's going to be a slight body count. Yeah. If you want to send a cameraman along with me.
Yeah.
Dude.
What did you do this weekend? I killed everyone. I killed everyone on this lonely, dusty ass road in the middle of whatever fucking state they were in.
Real quick, I just want to say, because there is a remake of this. I can't remember who's in it. Maybe one of you guys.
Sean Bean, isn't it?
Sean Bean.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Sean Bean's the Hitcher. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to rewatch that. Although I do know that the one thing for sure that it does better is that it actually shows the person getting ripped in half.
I do remember that scene. I've seen the Hitcher remake, but I watched it, I think, with friends. I feel like I rented it when I worked at Blockbuster.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago.
We had it on while we were like drinking and doing other shit around the house. So I don't remember every moment, but I do remember seeing the person get pulled apart.
Because I remember seeing the guts actually like, being like, oh, that's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's like a pop. Like they did it. Pretty sure they did it practically. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's super gross.
I read that.
That was the only thing that I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks, because that would have really like sent the OG.
Well, originally they wanted to not have that in there.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. The studio was like, this is too much, but then the studio.
Then Rutger Hauer was like, you're gonna put it in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut
it was his idea.
I'm gonna cut your arms off.
It was his idea, actually. The original,
he's so cool.
The original script would have had Nash be crushed by the truck against the wall, but Hauer convinced the director to go with his idea, arguing that audiences would be more disturbed by the sound of a revving engine after watching that scene.
Yes, and genuinely, yes.
Yeah.
So has Rutger like written and directed anything then? Because that's
right.
That's the kind of like filmmaking brain where I'm like, fuck, man, did you make any genre movies? Because that's insane.
He should have. I also read that
he's like, no, I just keep it for when I'm acting.
Right.
Yeah. It's like I just show up to set and I outdo the director once in a while.
Yeah, long weekend, guys. Like, come on. I don't need to just start filming. In his book, he also mentioned that apparently Sam Elliott was originally cast for that role, and that he stated Elliott was so scary when he came into the audition that the producer was afraid to go out to his car afterwards.
Oh my God, I want that one too.
Like,
I don't want that one instead. I just want that one also.
Yeah, I just want to see what that's like. But apparently Sam Elliott had to drop out because he was scheduling conflicts and stuff.
Dude, Sam Elliott never played a fucking bad guy, did he?
I mean, he's
like not like a serial killer.
No, I don't think like a serial killer.
I think he's played like a boss
he's played
type character.
Badass, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's every character he's ever done.
You know.
That's bro. He's the most badass part of dude of Lebowski.
Yeah,
like he's the most badass part of anything he's in.
Yeah, all he's got to do is just stand there
with or without mustache.
I think we still need the mustache.
I mean,
I'm not saying we don't need it.
I distinctly remember us having this exact conversation on a different podcast episode.
I think it was the last one we just did.
I think it was just a couple of times ago, and which is fine because I'm always down to discuss the intricacies of Sam Elliott's mustache.
Sam Elliott's mustache is going to get a lot of play in this podcast.
It's gonna I don't know how. I don't know how you couldn't, but at least
I think we might just have to change the name of the podcast to Sam Elliott's mustache.
But at least he made up for the lack of mustache in Roadhouse with the longer hair. You know, I think I made that point before, but I'm going to make it again.
He pushed it back up and it came out longer. It's like a Play-Doh thing.
Exactly.
If this is a villain, I'm like scrolling through all of his stuff, and he's done some great work. Obviously, he's in Up in the Air, which is one of my favorites. That's a dramedy that we'll never talk about on this podcast, though. But he was the voice of.
If it's got Sam Elliott in it, we might do an episode on it.
Yeah,
he's in it for like a brief minute, but it's an incredible cameo.
That's enough.
He does the voice of Chupa in the live-action Marmaduke movie.
Incredible.
And I feel like Chupa might be
every level of that sentence you just said got better and better and better. Sam Elliott, okay, good, I'm in. Does the voice of Chupa
Yeah,
whoa, what?
Yeah.
In the live-action Marmaduke movie. Okay.
A lot of twists and turns on that one.
Yeah.
But it came back around.
Yeah. I appreciate you sticking with me on that journey. But yeah, anytime Sam Elliott wants to go full psycho, I think I would be 100% on board with that.
Speaking of psycho, the director for The Hitcher made 9 films and a full TV show with Tom Selleck. That's crazy behavior.
What?
That's crazy
what movie,
behavior.
What show did he make with Tom Selleck?
It's fucking okay. So I'm looking up this guy's filmography, and he did the Hitcher and something else, a couple other things that we know. But going down, I started scrolling because IMDb puts the most recent thing up front or up top, and I see Tom Selleck in the poster for the show, and then I keep scrolling. And it's Tom Selleck. And I was like, what the fuck is up with this? So I counted. 9 films and a full TV show, all with Tom Selleck.
So wait, did the dude from Hitcher directed Blue Bloods?
The director of Hitcher directed 23 episodes of Blue Bloods. So
it's so interesting how many of these old school horror directors ended up doing like cop shows.
Yeah. There is
he directed Nowhere to Run too.
293 episodes of Blue Bloods.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I remember
it's a lot of
I'm not going to
TV.
say that I knew that there was almost 300 episodes of Blue Bloods, but I do know that I remember Blue Bloods being on for so long that I was like, how many fucking episodes of this are there?
I've never heard of it.
Now I know.
But apparently
it's a cop show.
It looks like he's just friends with Tom Selleck. They did Ike Countdown to D-Day in 2004, and then they've done a bunch of Jesse Stone movies.
Yeah. No remorse.
An LA cop who relocates to a small town only to find himself immersed in one mystery after the other.
So is Tom Selleck Jesse Stone?
Yes.
Yeah. Tom Selleck plays Jesse Stone, and there's Jesse Stone, Benefit of the Doubt, Jesse Stone, No Remorse, Jesse Stone, Thin Ice. Like, are these real movies?
I consider myself a Tom Selleck fan, not as much as a fucking Sam Elliott's mustache fan, but I mean, that's also why he's got a great mustache. We're talking about mustaches.
He also directed.
I've never heard of Jesse Stone at all.
He also directed a movie called November Christmas with Sam Elliott and his mustache.
Oh.
As a moral thing, I can't get behind a movie called November Christmas.
Listen, man, all I know is a kid.
Look, I'm already on the front lines of the war against Halloween. Okay, I can't take this shit.
And we gotta
get Christmas to back the fuck up off of November, bro.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
No,
I don't,
no.
What?
Let me enjoy fall.
What was that movie? I've never watched it.
What's about them?
No, it's the Wes Craven produced, so it was Wes Craven's They.
Right.
Yeah, psychology student and her friends start to have nightmares, resulting in strange marks appearing on their bodies. What a well explained log line. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I feel like I remember the logo having fangs,
creatures and stuff. The poster is just a very basic shadow of a face.
That.
Yeah. I don't remember it being
that looks like some fourth
good, but it might be something I need to revisit because
I don't know, Josh. It's got a 4.8 on IMDb. I don't know if that's worth revisiting. That's pretty.
It's also only like 88 minutes long. Like, what's the harm?
Isn't IMDb out of 5?
No, out of 10.
No, it's out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that changes a lot. That changes
Hitcher has a
lot.
7.2 on IMDb, which still seems low to me because this movie.
That's low as fuck
ruled.
for how good that movie is and how good it ends. I also love that at no point do they actually explain why he's doing it. Like they allude to it and then it never comes up again.
Yeah. I love that it's
I thought that they were going to be like, oh, he's your dad or some shit or some wacky crap like that. Nope. The girl dies. You get no explanation. Everything's fucked.
Just the normal
weekend
activities.
I think that's what I love most is that this movie is as old as I am, and I knew nothing going in. Which is insane. I usually have at least a hint, and so I went in thinking, all right, this guy's going to be going on a trip. The first act is going to be getting to know this guy in the car, and then at some point he's going to pick up a hitchhiker, and then the hitchhiker is going to terrorize him in the car. Maybe I don't know where they'll go from here. So when he boots him out of the car immediately,
move,
I'm like, where the fuck are we going from here?
Yeah.
And then when he finds the family station wagon just
my god
pouring blood, I'm like, oh fuck, okay. And this is very good.
What they do like really, really well is, I had absolutely no idea where this movie was going to go. And then about 40 minutes into it, you're like, is this motherfucker even real? Like, is this going to be a fever dream?
I kind of never thought about that, but that's a really good point.
Well, I mean,
highway tension.
They do a perfect job of setting it up of this guy doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I was, after a certain point, I was like, okay, does this guy not exist? Because Thomas Howell made every mistake in the fucking book. Yeah. Why would you, when he grabs the dead cop's gun out of his hand after the whole precinct fucking died, I would have been, I was like, oh my God, kid, why did you do that? Just go back in the jail cell, lock the fucking door. And then that way, whenever the other cops show up, they're like, well, I couldn't have done it because I'm in here.
But here's the thing. If he did that, he could have, the other guy, because he doesn't know if the guy wants to kill him or not. He's just assuming he doesn't want to kill him. Yeah. But so like you would be cornering yourself if he comes in with a gun, you're fucked.
Yeah, but Rutger Hauer in that state, he clearly he has established at that point that he likes
Arizona.
He likes the chase. He's trying to fuck with you, so he's not going to take that easy of a way out.
Right, but he's unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, you're playing chess, and he's just trying to fuck you up. It ain't going to work.
I think that his worst moves. I think that C. Thomas Howell's worst moves in that movie were just not fucking talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Communicate, dude. Communicate.
I gotta get it. Let me in. I gotta call the police. Why? I'll explain it later. And I'm like, why would you just say there's a serial killer
when the
cops just been attacked
up,
by somebody and he's on his way here?
Yeah.
The cops pull up and they just start fucking with him, and he's like, leave me alone, leave me alone. And he never once goes, I called you.
Well, they knew he called them. He gave them his
No, they
his
fucking
name.
didn't.
He gave them the
But
name.
they didn't. Right, but they pull guns on him and he doesn't go, I'm the one that called you. He just lets them arrest him.
Yeah. I mean, this could have been called The Cops Are Useless at Best trilogy, honestly, with how they act in all three movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
It's all three different types of The Cops Are Useless.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know why they thought he was the killer when he was the one. I could understand them having suspicions, but not so suspicious right out of the gate to draw guns on the guy immediately. They've asked no questions at this point.
I'll tell you why they keep thinking he's the killer, because he never says anything about it. He just keeps trying to resist arrest without making a point and being like, hey guys, there's an actual guy killing people.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but they're also like, we haven't seen the other guy. We've seen you holding the murder weapon a couple of times.
Yeah, couple.
Rambling.
After 2 times, it's not a coincidence anymore. You're involved.
Whose fucking finger was that?
It was somebody's. Apparently, that was supposed to be an eyeball at first, but they swapped it out for a finger.
Finger works better. He's eating fries.
Yeah,
exactly. So that makes more sense.
Yeah.
An eyeball would have been like, what?
Yeah, the first.
Like he sits down at the diner and orders a bowl of grapes. Yeah. No.
That doesn't happen in Arizona.
Wait a second.
Yeah. Apparently the original script, our first version of this script was like 300 pages, and it was way more graphic. you get to watch him like dismember a whole family, all kinds of shit. And
Jesus.
They were like, okay, it's a little bit much. Let's tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So
just a tad.
Just a tad. But then I guess the eyeball made its way into a finger instead.
Nice.
And then
that's also less gruesome technically.
Yeah. This movie did a lot without showing everything.
Yeah.
It just
really did.
added to the whole like fever dreamness vibe of the movie. And if it was
there's also just shots where they just cut entirely like parts that just aren't needed. Like I forget exactly what shot. I think it was like it's them arresting him, and then it just cuts straight to them interrogating him at the police office. And I was like, that works. Like we don't need all that. But it also makes it way more like boom, like let's go.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of interrogation scenes, whenever Ponyboy spits in his face at the end.
It is.
Dude, when he spits in his face, I was like
he social engineered his way into that room just to spit in his face.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Like
then the guy's like, okay, this was a mistake.
Right. Like, okay, you're out of here. It's like, dude, he really spit in his face. Like, not just a little bit, not just like, oh, I'm gonna mime spitting in your face.
Yeah.
And I kind of have a feeling it was Rutger Hauer that said, no, spit in my face.
Yeah. I want you to hawk one right in my fucking face and right between the eyes.
I want you. I want you to spit in my face.
It's okay.
I want you to spit in my mouth, my face. My face, not my mouth.
Yes. Rutger, stop it. Stop it. I'm trying to film a movie here. God, this fucking guy. I feel like this and Near Dark play well together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
does definitely have that like Western feel. I love that this one takes place during the day and is still fucking scary.
Dude,
I think this one and Midsommar, there's not a whole lot of good horror movies during the day. I can't think of many.
Texas Chainsaw.
That's a good one.
Chainsaw. Yeah, but that's part of that's at night.
Part of it's at night. Well, I mean, this one had nighttime shots, but
this one had some night shots too.
Night shots, but nothing major.
Dude, the fucking scene where he goes in the fucking bathroom and then it just shows that Rutger Hauer's been in the corner the whole fucking time. That got my ass, bro.
Yeah. That whole, just the entire film was just the definition of sketch.
Yeah.
Like, not, I mean, I'm into it, but not into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can get on board with it, but
very sinister. I did like the one of my first notes is this guy pukes a lot, which is fair because he found a slaughtered family in a station wagon, and having not actually been that close to a dead body myself, I don't know if I wouldn't react the same way.
Yeah.
That he like runs back to his car and then immediately just vomits. But then he also leaves the gas station after picking up the finger, which again, if you almost ate a severed finger, I might also
I
do
feel
the
like
same. But I'm just like, this poor guy is just puking all over the place.
Yeah.
And after you've seen the slaughtered family, I feel like the slaughtered family has raised your bar for what to expect.
You started off big.
So like
you would think.
You started
he
off
sees the
big.
finger and he's like, oh, now this. Damn
it.
Yeah. It's like not even that.
It's not a whole family slaughtered.
Yeah.
At
least it's not a whole slaughtered family in my fries.
Yeah. Now I've just ruined my sandwich.
A kid.
Yeah, I've just ruined my sandwich. I'm gonna
the dad's in my sandwich.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another one.
But I did I love this one. This is one of the movies where about an hour in, I was online looking for a physical copy of it because I'm like, I have to own this film. I have to own it immediately. Apparently, Second Sight put out a really incredible 4K limited edition, but I don't know if it works on a US Blu-ray player, so I've got to double check that. But it's got a bunch of cool special features and shit. But I was like,
that's awesome. Funny. Special features even exist for it, honestly, because like it feels like one of those movies that just got made.
Yeah. It's funny that you think you mentioned I need it on physical, a physical copy, and you go to Blu-ray 4K,
and you're looking at VHS.
I snagged very, very cheaply somehow, but all 4 Deathstalkers
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know why they were selling it for so cheap.
And I have the first 2 Deathstalkers on 4K Blu-ray from Shout Factory. So.
I have just the second one for some reason.
Really?
On VHS, yeah.
The Hitcher is one I'd also love to have on VHS. I feel like this one would play very well on a VHS.
I feel like
for sure. It's the vibe.
And I've done that with some, like when I was watching Dead Heat, like 40 minutes into that movie, I was like, I need to own this on VHS.
Yeah,
and I ordered the VHS before I bought the Blu-ray.
You still haven't seen Dead Heat, have you, Justin?
No. But I know what you mean, because there's some like 80s, 70s, and 80s movies or in 90s, like where you watch it and be like, man, I'm fine with getting a Blu-ray or a 4K. But then there's other ones where you're like, no, I fucking need this on a VHS.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing that I find interesting is that because the version that I saw was really high def, and I was like, man, this looks great. This movie looks really fucking good. But also, like,
for the Hitcher,
I could totally, okay. It was like real crisp, real clean. It probably from that release. But also, I can absolutely see how good this would play on VHS, where it's not crisp. It looks like shit, and you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube, and it was absolutely awful. So that added a lot to it.
Which is one of the reasons why I was like, I kind of want to see this in 4K now. Like, I want to see a really clean transfer of this, like, with some great details. Yeah,
it like
because I just thought that was another French fry. I had no idea that was a finger. Thank you for.
Yeah, I tried to watch it. I
it's just dipped in ketchup.
Yeah, I just showed you guys the picture, but I got a free trial for Cinemax through Prime and hit play, and it was just a small little box. It literally took up maybe 30% of my screen, and I was like,
fucking weird.
Why would anybody pay monthly to $12 a month Cinemax?
There's got to be a setting or something.
There's no setting. Like you go into settings and there's no settings. The only thing that you can change is the audio. And I was like, what are we doing here? It's 2025. You can't adjust your aspect ratio.
You call yourself Cinemax and you can't even fill my screen.
No. So
more like
I had to go
Cineminimum.
Yeah. And so I had to go to YouTube, thanks to you, Josh. And it was fine. It was shit quality, but it was fantastic.
For that movie, it works.
It works. It completely works.
That's about the quality level that you would get from like your friend showing it to you in the 90s.
Exactly. So speaking of Slaughtered Family,
yes,
I thought
Hobo with a shotgun.
Oh no more. Unfortunately I didn't get a chance to watch Hobo with a Shotgun, so you guys can take that one. But going back to the Hitcher, the minute that I started thinking about, okay, is this dude even real? He sees Rutger Hauer in the back of their station wagon. And then he's trying to signal that the guy's is to the dad driver, like, hey, there's a serial killer in your back. He's going to kill you. And then the guy he's just trying to understand what he's saying. And I understand they're going at high speeds. He can't fucking hear him. He can't read lips. He doesn't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. But there's no interaction.
It's a very planes, trains, and automobiles moment where they're like, "You're going the wrong way," and he's like,
So there's no acknowledgement between Rutger Hauer and the dad. They don't look at each other. There's nothing, and it just keeps cutting back and forth. And I'm like, is he even back there, or is this all in this kid's head? And then after the car stops, and then he goes up, it doesn't show the Slaughtered Family. You just see the blood drip out, like Josh said, and then he goes and runs and he pukes.
You guys saw him interacting with the daughter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he was like kissing her and telling her to fire the gun, but it still looked like imaginary friend type shit that didn't have to.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, how the fuck did he have time between when the car stopped?
That's the one thing that really got me with this.
To slaughter the whole family and then bounce?
And not only that, but dude, he killed the guy in the Volkswagen, and that Volkswagen was like a mile up the road. And that Volkswagen had just passed C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
And then he somehow got all the way back there to catch. Yeah, like exactly. that was a little weird. But
it felt like he was a like a devil spirit kind of thing.
I kind of am like, I don't even think that stuff was on purpose. I don't think that, because this was before that was like a trope, really.
A lot of
like the 90s didn't have a whole lot of imaginary serial killers.
No.
That's definitely a more like 90s or the 2000s era thing where they're like, okay, now we got to up horror movies and we can't just have it be straight up.
Yeah. Which was a bad decision. Bad decision.
It's a bad decision.
Yeah.
I think we need to go back to just real like ground-based serial killers fucking people up and doing stupid shit.
I think that's another thing I loved about this one, like you had mentioned before, is we still never really find out why he's doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't appreciate
and there's no
that
fucking
as much
sequel,
as they
he's
used
dead
to.
as fuck.
Like The Strangers was like, why are you doing this? It's like, just because you're home.
Yeah.
And that's what made them so scary.
That's
and now the new
terrifying.
Strangers movies are like, no, we're going to show you them as kids. Here's backstory. And people are like, we don't fucking want it. We like them better when they're strangers.
Hold on.
Sorry.
What? I haven't watched any of the new Strangers movies, so this is all new information. What?
You saw the Trailer Park one, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember that.
That one's fun, though. I like that one a lot.
It's all right. It's all right.
But in the new ones, they go through and tell you the story of the strangers' childhoods?
Yeah, you find out who Tamara is.
They're no longer strangers. What's the point?
Exactly.
That's so...
I wanted 5 more movies of the Strangers where they just go to different parts and kill everybody like in the first one. And it's just increasingly creepy shit. Their backstory is not what I wanted.
You mean to tell me they can make 72 Paranormal Activity movies with the same fucking story?
Nail the last one somehow.
And somehow connect all 79 movies.
Yeah.
And it'd be totally
79.
fine. But you can't make at least 24 Stranger movies with the same MO, the exact same MO. You can make 38 Saw movies, same fucking thing. Same thing. But you
Conjuring.
There are like 120 movies at this fucking point. Whole ass cinematic universe.
And again, nailed the last one. Holy shit. Last Rites was incredible.
Fantastic. I could watch another 13 of those right now.
Yeah.
But you can't make...
Maybe not with the Warrens, because fuck them, but you know.
I mean, yeah. But there's a difference between digital Ed and Lorraine Warren and the real life Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah, like that's not Ed. That's Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga saving people from Real Ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Completely, they just share the same name.
I thought it was
unrelated.
bad taste to end Conjuring Last Rites with like a whole fucking send off
them just glazing them.
Yeah, like
just glazing them the whole time.
Like, what are you motherfuckers doing? The
fucking
know.
thing is like, oh, like they're really respected in their line of work, and like they're considered one of the most foremost paranormal investigators who've progressed the thing. And I was like, bro, you guys are glossing over like that they were total religious hucksters, guys. Come on. Yes, the movies are amazing. I love them in the movies because again,
they were like, don't talk about all of Ed's discretions behind this. Like, don't include any of the really fucked up shit he did in the movie.
Horrible shit.
Yeah.
They're just bad people.
Bro, they were barely at the fucking this. Okay, I mean, at some point we're gonna go through the Conjuring movies, so we'll have this conversation again. But that second movie,
listeners.
I forgot what they actually.
Don't make me watch those movies again.
Oh, we're doing it.
Dude, number 1 is great. I watched it.
The first Conjuring is
great.
Yeah,
top tier. Absolutely. I just got to watch it on the WB backlot, like on the big screen again, and I feel like I don't think I saw it in theaters when it first came out, so this is my first time seeing it on a big screen. And I was like, man, this movie
it hits.
Still whips. I get it. But everything else in that franchise is just like...
The second one, that case in the UK, they literally showed up for a day and left.
Yeah.
They are not the main people that did the investigation on that fucking one.
No, that doesn't make a good movie.
No.
Well, then, you just don't have them in it.
Right. And same thing with Amityville, which... Although the beginning of part 2, one of my favorite opening shots is the camera coming from the outside of the window, going through the window. And then as you pan back, you see the windows and you're immediately like, oh shit, you're in the Amityville house. Fuck, that's awesome. That was a great reveal. But part 3 was but then this last one, I thought it was really good. Just could have done without the fucking let's blow Ed and Lorraine Warren to death. It's just fucking shit. Like, I don't need that in my movie. I understand they're based off real people, but fuck those real people.
And they're dead, so it's not like they get anything from it. So I'm not like that put out by watching them.
But like they're dead. Just I don't know. Just I don't know.
They did, There's it.
You don't have to fucking build them up. They're dead.
From a movie making perspective, I understand it because you want to end the whole franchise on a happy note.
No,
and
now
if you're like they were total grifters, that ruins the happy note.
But now, but at the same time, you could be like, hey, you just this is like the end of the whole fucking thing, and
what if they
now
just
that
put
we're
up
at the end? This is how real shitty these people
but
were.
It's not the end. Because they're making a prequel now. Yeah, it was just the end of
which
Patrick and Vera's portrayal. But then they got that paycheck or the box office numbers back, and they were like, "So we're going to make 4 or 5 more." Of these.
Wait, so are they going to do it? Are they going to do it with the young?
I think so.
The young version of them.
Probably,
I hope so. I think I'd watch it.
I know that this is the Rutger Hauer episode, but I want to say, how did they find somebody who? What's the guy's name? I can never remember.
I don't know. He is 100%
Patrick Wilson.
I thought it was CG for a minute.
How did they find a dude who looks exactly like what a young Patrick Wilson looks like, and they couldn't even try to make the Vera Farmiga girl look like her at all?
Yeah, I thought for a minute that it was I think actually Patrick Wilson, but they just de-aged him.
Right. I thought it was prosthetics.
Isn't Vera Farmiga's daughter play the young her in
Sister?
Oh, okay.
Sister. That's crazy. She has always looked like she should be her daughter.
Oh yeah,
but it's actually
in The Nun.
Yeah, that's her sister. Yeah, she was also
they have
in the Final
like
Girls.
100 sisters or something. Yeah,
they actually have 79.
79.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
We need to do Final Girls.
Yeah,
we definitely got to do Final Girls.
Yeah, that was a good.
Love that movie.
Yeah, I have seen that one.
Yeah, anyway, Strangers. That's going back to that one. That's fucking wild.
Still not part of the Rutger Hauer.
We're clawing our way back.
We're getting back.
The Strangers Chapter 1 is essentially a remake of the 2008 Strangers.
Why?
All the same beats, same basic story with a few minor changes that don't really help the story at all, and then some like town action.
This time when they knock on the door, they say who they are.
Like you kind of figure that out, and then apparently Rennie Harlin has a reality show in his home country.
Wait, who's that?
And
okay.
The director. He also directed Die Hard 2, Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, Die Hard 2 and Deep Blue Sea, yeah.
So apparently Rennie Harlin has a reality show about him and his family back in where he lives, like Italy or something.
As in, he has a reality show. Okay, I thought you meant
no, it's about him. Like it follows him and his family. And one episode of the reality show had him on set filming the Strangers trilogy and revealed who the killers were. So they had to rewrite and reshoot The Strangers Chapter 3 because they accidentally spoiled the identity of the killers in an episode of Rennie Harlin's reality show.
How do these people get paid to do this for on a professional level?
But yeah, the first one is essentially a remake, and then the second one, because the first one got panned, and they were like, sorry you're disappointed, but trust us, we've got this great story in mind, and now we're really getting into what we want to do with Chapter 2. And then Chapter 2 is just a 90-minute chase sequence of them still tracking the girl who survived the first one. You're like, but we know she's going to survive this one because she's the final girl in Chapter 3, so there's no stakes here. And then they'll have flashbacks to like the young strangers to see how they were always crazy. And
90-minute Strangers chase sequence sounds amazing on paper. Like if it's just that, but it's like the Mad Max Fury Road of Strangers movies.
Ended by 2 movies that you're already like that's disappointed in and no longer really looking forward to.
Be 3 separate stories.
Yeah. I'm still going to see Chapter 3 because I'm a completist, and I'm like, I've been through this. I want to have faith in Rennie Harlin. You've made good movies in the past.
For sure.
There's got to be some kind of crazy reveal here. And they got Richard Brake, and they got I just love seeing the Strangers masks on a big screen again. That's cool. But these first 2 haven't been nearly as good as The Hitcher, starring Rutger Hauer, as we were talking about on this.
So The Hitcher.
Yes.
I don't.
So you didn't watch Hobo with a Shotgun at all, Justin?
No, I didn't have a chance to.
You've never seen it before?
No, we watched it at Keith's once when it first came out.
I was gonna say
fucking long time ago, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember anything about it.
It's interesting. I really like it because I definitely like one of my notes is just that, especially after watching House of the Devil, I was like, man, can we really bring back that really quick era of like grindhouse, like fucking the resurgence of grindhouse aesthetic really was like, oh, here's a couple movies and Quentin Tarantino did one and now we're done. And it's like, no, like bring that back.
That was really like 2010.
Yeah, dude, the fucking trailers.
Was 2007.
Yeah.
Because I have Hobo with a Shotgun on Blu-ray. The trailers for it were Rubber, 13 Assassins, and what was the other one? I don't remember, but Rubber and 13 Assassins are enough. Like, dude, Magnet Releasing was putting out some fucking bangers.
Yeah.
But like that whole era of like really leaning into grindhouse, like just bring that back, man. There's so much more freedom to it. Like this Hobo with a Shotgun is kind of a mess. I will admit that.
Well, yeah, most grindhouse movies are.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the charm to them.
And I do think that it leans into that, and that's what makes it work. But I also think that like you could elevate it and make it a better movie, because the end of it is really just comes up on you and you're like, oh, okay, I guess the movie's over now.
Yeah, it's a short watch. I have 20. It's on the TV behind me. I pause it to record. I have like 30 minutes left of it. I watched it not when it first came out, but I watched it a few years ago, but I barely remembered it because it was one that I threw on like while I was working and doing other stuff. But I didn't realize that it was a trailer for Grindhouse, but in Canada. It was one of the fake trailers.
Wait, really?
When I watched Grindhouse, it didn't have this fake trailer in it. But if you watched Grindhouse in Canada during the Werewolf Women of the SS, Thanksgiving, Machete, all that, Hobo with a Shotgun was one of the fake trailers in
I never knew
Grindhouse. So this is the second full-length movie based on a fake trailer from the movie Grindhouse. And one of my first notes is 5 minutes into this movie, I'm like, man, this is gorgeous. Like, I'm so mad more movies don't look like this.
Yeah. It has straight up Argento Suspiria lighting through the whole fucking movie. And like, it's either that or like the most as a compliment, the most like saturated fucking daytime scenes ever. Yeah. Where it's just like, this is a neon movie. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And after seeing so many recent films that have that fucking dingy gray Jurassic World filter over all of it, I'm like, man, this is so bright and colorful. I love it. And then like some dude's head gets pulled off by a barbed wire noose pulled by a car. So
but also all the gore shots are really
typical
like, God,
Rutger Hauer afternoon activities.
Yeah.
Rutger Hauer tries to save him. He's not the one that kills this guy.
No, I know. I'm just saying I'm just saying these types of things happen in or around the vicinity of Rutger Hauer on a normal Tuesday.
Yeah. That's his medieval times.
Exactly.
He goes to places and he watches dudes get their head ripped off.
Yeah, and he just, he's into it. I'm sure at the beginning of it was a little bit shocking, but he just, he adapts.
But was it he did Hitcher in 88.
Yeah, by that point, he was a fucking pro at it. He's like, yeah, this stuff just fucking happens, man. Like, you just got to roll with it. Okay?
You just
got to slaughter a family, put a fucking finger in some fries. Like, barbed wire nooses is going to rip people's heads off. Like, it's no big deal. I'll go be Dracula. It's fine.
Also, the whole movie of Hobo with the Shotgun, he's trying to get this fucking lawnmower so that he can like better himself because he's a hobo. So he's trying to like better his life, and he's like, man, if I could get this $40 lawnmower, then I could go mow lawns. Yeah. But instead, he buys a $40 Benelli shotgun.
Hey, that's a good price.
That's an amazing price. Literally.
That's a good. Where's he get it from again?
A pawn shop.
Yeah, from like a pawn shop.
There's no way they're selling that for $40 at a pawn shop.
No,
he goes in to buy the lawnmower, and then the pawn shop gets robbed, and so he pulls the shotgun off the wall and blows the robbers away.
Yeah. And
also, I don't think anybody. I don't know if you caught this, Josh, but the name of the town is actually Fucktown.
It is.
Yeah.
How do they
because
spell
it's
it?
supposed. I don't know. They don't actually show it. I think they just say it. But it's a very like traumatized like.
Yeah, that's what I was like immediately thinking.
Well, because it was originally the sign says Hope Town at the beginning, and then somebody graffitied it to say Scumtown. So it's this town that's overrun by corrupt cops and drug lords.
I like Fucktown better.
Yeah. I like Fucktown better.
Fucktown's good.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what the sheriff actually says. He's like, "Welcome to Fucktown."
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just trying to pass through. I'm not here to stay.
Yeah. That is actually the story.
I just came to get a shotgun.
I just came to get a shotgun
in Fucktown.
I don't know. I kind of like Fucktown.
I'm sure you guys have a lot of things and a lot of fucking weird things, but I'm not okay to stay in Fucktown.
Because
in fact, I'd rather not even stop.
Yeah, I didn't want to stop, but I had to.
The
last place I stopped at had a finger in the fries, and I've been hungry since since Utah. Okay, and now I just pull over and drive through. I didn't know I was in Fucktown. I don't know how I got here.
I was on a train. I don't even know how I got in drive-through.
Yeah. See, the Rutger Hauer effect is just nothing but a crazy fever dream of coincidences and circumstances.
Now, I just want to make a movie that's based on Rutger Hauer life, and it's like a
he was never an
biopic. Yeah. He was never an actor. He just like went from movie to movie to movie on it. Like he was moving from train, and then just like he just kept getting into these fucking crazy situations.
Is it even Rutger Hauer, or is it the automaton Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner that just carried on living different lives?
That's the future. That's the future.
So that means he was an automaton all the way back in the fucking 80s. And he's just fucking cruised.
Definitely not that the automaton was based on Rutger Hauer.
No. He started it, and then
It is kind of crazy that his most like revered role is one of his earliest roles, and then he went on to do. I like Blade Runner, but like I kind of think Hitcher's a better, more like.
Yeah, I watched Blade Runner. I watched Blade Runner when I was.
It's hard to say that, but
yeah, I watched it when I was a teenager, and I didn't understand the hype because I was like 16, 17.
Yeah,
and then I never, for whatever reason, I just never sat down to watch it again. And then like a year or two ago, I was like, "Fuck it!" I remember absolutely nothing about that movie, and I was like, "Wow, what a really good movie." I get it now, but and his monologue at the end is so impactful. It's really, really good. But yeah, like you said, it's crazy that was like almost at the beginning of his career, and then like you peak at the beginning of it, and I mean he's a legend after that. But yeah, it's weird. You have that level of acting, and then like you go off and do something as crazy a handful of years later as The Hitcher.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that like the level of acting of all these movies that he's in does not go away.
No,
he's that dude. He's one of the most like, you're just on him. You know what I mean? Like he pulls your attention the whole fucking time.
And I don't mean that
whether
in a
that's
shitty
good
way.
or not.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a shitty way. It's awesome that dude could act his ass off in something like Blade Runner and then go turn around and go be a complete total psychopath in The Hitcher.
Yeah, if anyone else did Hitcher, I don't think it would work.
Yeah,
especially that Hitcher.
Yeah,
except maybe Sam Elliott.
Except maybe Sam Elliott. Although I think Sam Elliott would have been more. I think Sam Elliott would have been more menacing and dark. Rutger Hauer has like a mischievousness about him, where
sassy.
By the end of it, my last
playfulness,
note,
like he's toying with them.
Yeah. Like my last note for this was, man, I wish I had this guy's confidence, because you watch that and that like you go back and you watch it and you can see like he just doesn't care because he knows he's going to escape whatever situation he's in. It's just a matter of time. There's just zero fear. There's zero thinking. He's just like, okay, it's
one
fine.
of my favorite parts of the movie is at the end when like, so he's torn a girl in fucking half, which that's insane because they definitely set her up like she's gonna survive.
He knew he was gonna get caught.
He knew he was gonna get caught.
He didn't care.
But I love that like the sheriff, who's actually, I like that I forgot what his name is, Ernest something or something.
Yeah, he was in Walking Dead.
Right, yeah. but I love that he is actually a good sheriff, and he's like, whoa, hold on, I'm not going to shoot you immediately.
Right.
And is like, all right, I'm going to take fucking C. Thomas Howell wherever. And he's like, no, because he's going to get out. He's going to get out. So fuck you. I'm taking your car. I'm leaving you in the middle of the desert, sheriff. Right. And fucking, I'm going to go track down this motherfucker. And lo and behold, he's fucking right.
Yeah.
He's 100% right.
100% right. That
and I love that he like does Terminator shit to get out of things. Like, how did he get out of that?
Yeah. Like, you see him in the back of the bus, and the next thing you know, he's got an assault shotgun.
He's scanning everything, and you're like, well, you know he's gonna get out, but like, how?
Yeah. Why do those guys have giant assault shotguns? Like, that made sense in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Not in the middle of nowhere, fucking New Mexico. Where these guys probably make like $9 an hour. They don't have that budget.
Maybe this is the beginning of the militarization of the of the police.
That's why they had that shit in Terminator 2.
Yeah. Like, we're tired of only getting paid $9 an hour. We want some shotguns.
Yeah. Did you see what shit I had to put up with?
Again, another Benelli shotgun. The most expensive fucking shotguns are the ones that they use. I get it. They are the most iconic looking shotguns.
Yeah.
But goddamn, those things are expensive.
One of my favorite shots, going back to the surviving the game, was the end. Well, not the end, but when the camera slowly zooms in on a camouflaged Rutger Hauer.
Yes.
Where he's watching the fight take place.
Yeah, dude. That is one of the Abrams that really stuck with me as a kid.
Yeah.
For some reason. Because I remember, like, this time I watched it, I was, fuck, I forgot how creepy that is. Like,
I know.
He's just, it's such a, like, predator thing. Yeah. Like, he's so, like, man, such a, love that movie.
Yeah. That and, I get the feeling, like, I don't know. I kind of got the feeling like a lot of that was Rutger Hauer's idea, like dressing up as a rabbi at the end or whatever it was. I know but his disguises were hilarious.
So what is he actually?
He's just,
because those were all disguises, right? They were, because he had different military uniforms,
right?
And then I guess he was like, I like the idea that he was like, am I going to be a ranger or a marine or a whatever? Or no, I'm going to be a priest.
Yeah. He's
dyeing his fucking goatee and shit.
Yeah. Again, just typical, normal.
He's got the hat.
Yeah, that was just Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, vacation.
Getting ready for a break from set.
Yeah, that's Rutger Hauer in vacation mode.
What am I going to dress as this weekend?
Yeah.
You guys filming this? Why? What are you doing?
You should. I'm about to fucking pull off a killer ending to your movie. You gonna show up
Ernest
or not?
Dickerson's like, bro, what the fuck?
I wrote it. No, you didn't. Not as good as what I can do.
Rutger Hauer did this.
All right, fucking, let's go. He's on his fucking thing again.
Yeah, he's at it again.
I was also one of my other notes for surviving the game, two things, three things. One, going back to the smooth jazz, I love how the music transitions from smooth jazz at the beginning to just eerie, creepy tones throughout the course of the movie.
Yeah, you almost don't even really notice it,
right?
Like,
but
it's
then,
just kind of there.
Yeah, the vibe changes, and then you kind of notice the music, and you're like, "Wow, this is not the same kind of music that was going on at the beginning of the movie."
Not at all.
Then the other thing was, I know I'm not supposed to be analyzing surviving the game with ice.
No, you are.
Tea
that's what the podcast says.
I know, but I'm not supposed to analyze it in this sense. I know I'm about to ask the dreaded question where everybody just rolls their eyes and goes, "You're not supposed to think about movies that much. It's just a movie. No. It's just a movie, Justin."
This is a lot of preamble, Josh.
But how the fuck did Ice motherfucking T get from the middle of nowhere back to Seattle in 3 days? In 3 days. You can't walk out of a place where you have to fly into with no water, no food. I mean, ice motherfucking T can
he's
do
ice motherfucking T, and he's homeless.
I guess
and he's homeless. So he's like a dromedary where like he just stores water in his back.
So he's
it's a homeless fact. You guys can take that to.
So he's kind of like a cactus. He can store water.
Yeah,
exactly.
Iced tea, kind of like a cactus.
Yeah, because I thought
that was one of the scrapped names for his second album, actually.
Yeah, kind of like a cactus.
Yeah,
kind of like a cactus.
Yeah, it didn't hit hard enough.
No.
Good career move. But yeah, whenever the plane blew up, I was like, oh, so he just snuck into the yellow plane that Rutger Hauer flies away in, and I was like, he's totally going to be in that. And then, because obviously I remember the ending, but then the camera starts panning away, and then Ice-T gets up out of the wreckage, and I'm like, what the fuck? You got all the way from here to there in 3 days? I don't think that's possible.
There was another plane.
Ice-T doesn't know how to fly a plane. I mean,
you don't know that?
Ice-T surviving the game doesn't know how to play.
We literally don't know what his career was before he killed his parent, before he killed his wife.
Well, he didn't actually kill them. He got them killed on accident because he didn't.
Look, I'm going by what Ice-T said originally.
That's his guilt
I killed my family.
That's his.
He said I killed. He told John C. McGinley I killed my family.
Yeah, because of the guilt. The guilt.
I think it was just him fucking with John C. McGinley, but I still look.
That's his perspective because he should have fixed. I zoned out whenever he was telling the story because it wasn't as intriguing as Gary Busey's fucking nut job of a dog story.
That's true.
So I don't remember what exactly killed.
I think it was something about him being a landlord or something.
Yeah, and he didn't. I think somebody broke in and killed him or something like that.
No. It was. Should
have probably watched the movie.
Well, I've watched this movie over 100 times.
Yeah, me too. I still don't remember.
But like, it's him. I think this time I was actually paying attention to that part because I'm just like, I don't care, kill all the white people. Like, see, but I think he was saying that he was like not the owner of the place, but he was like
yeah.
I don't know what they're called when it's like the
yeah.
The fuck are they called when you're maintenance? Yeah, the maintenance guy, and that there had been complaints about like wiring or something.
Was your maintenance guy? That'd be awesome.
Dude, that'd be sick as fuck.
That'd be crazy. It'd be like, why are you doing this, Ice-T?
Yeah.
Faulty wiring.
Get out of my way.
I gotta fix this leaky pipe.
Bitch. But yeah, I thought that was a little weird. How did Ice motherfucking T get from, and I don't even know where their cabin was. I don't know how far away from Seattle that was.
Yeah, I was checking the plot synopsis online to see if there was an explanation, and it just says days later in Seattle.
Yeah.
Maybe he still had residual pimp powers.
That's
Mason, who was also returned from the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, he's returned from the forest.
Yeah. And then the last one was just a little tidbit. In the fight scene between Ice-T and Rutger Hauer, Rutger Hauer gets his not his fatal flaw, but the thing that allows Ice-T to win is he smashes him against a breaker box and Rutger Hauer gets electrocuted. And I feel like that happened a lot in the 90s. And
yeah.
I miss the days where it was so easy to get electrocuted. Everybody got electrocuted in movies back then.
It's still pretty easy to get electrocuted, but that's more in real life.
I've never been electrocuted.
Like Hollywood.
But I know
neither have I technically.
What? Like, I wonder if they've covered that in Mythbusters, because every time I see somebody start a fire with a cigarette, I'm like, oh, we already know that doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I think that...
No, if you drop a cigarette in gas, it just like puts the cigarette out.
Yeah. Because gas doesn't, liquid gas doesn't technically light on fire. The fumes from gas light on fire.
Well, then, I mean, but you got gas in the ground. There's got to be fumes, right?
But a cigarette is not an open flame.
Yeah, you need like an open flame. So because I was worried that was going to happen.
Ember.
So
water hits it and it just immediately goes out.
Gotcha.
The Hitcher, but then he lights a match, and I was like, okay, that would work. Yeah,
right.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
of course.
Also, in surviving the game, that was another one of my favorite parts that I put a note on. Is how do they not? I love when they get into the cabin and he's like, I'm gonna go find him upstairs, and the other guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna check over here, and then Rutger Hauer walks in, he's like, what's that smell? And I'm like, yeah, how did nobody else notice that this whole place has been fucking ransacked and is dripping with gasoline?
Right.
They're just
he trapped us. And I'm like, I mean, he didn't really trap you. He was just planning on burning the cabin down. You trapped yourself.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're too murder horny and you just forget what the smell of gas is.
That's what happens when you're Gary Busey. You have a one-track mind.
He has a brain injury. Maybe he can't smell gas.
Exactly. He's got his friend's jacket on, and when he's got his friend's jacket on, he can't think straight.
True.
Yeah, it's too much.
Also, why did they make Gary Busey look sort of like a Native American?
No, that was his. That's what I mean. Is like that's Gary Busey's idea. You know it, and every one of them has.
Which is why I'm like, what are you doing, bud?
Well, he was supposed to be the.
He had face paint.
Yeah, he had full on indigenous people.
But he absolutely just showed up to set like that, and Ernest was like.
God damn it, Gary Busey. Like, all right. I mean, what are you going to do? Argue with a Gary Busey? You don't do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That guy murdered his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't doubt if that was an actual story that happened or actual thing that happened to young teenage Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, I know that there's the possibility, the real possibility you're listening.
He's not going to come on. He can't think. He's off.
He's not listening or watching on YouTube, but it is being broadcast. He's picking up
directly
signals.
into his brain.
That we're talking about him now. Yeah.
Yeah. His traumatic brain injuries have allowed him.
Talking about the abuse.
Yeah, his brain injuries have allowed him to tune into a certain Gary Busey frequency. Yeah.
So Gary Busey, if you want to telepathically chime in on the next podcast. No, I mean, he's going to interview himself and we'll just record it.
Yeah, that's the most Gary Busey thing that you have said yet. He's going to interview himself.
Although between that dog story, I will say I am glad I watched this without Kimmy, because this movie opens with arguably one of the worst animal deaths I think I've ever seen.
Forgot about that.
Yeah,
in a film.
I just kind of blank because it's so early in the movie. I kind of blanked that one out.
Yeah,
it's so like the Toxic Avenger has a dog getting like blasted with a shotgun and slides across a restaurant, but then they cut to the dog and the makeup effects are so cheap and the dog is still very much alive because it's not a very good actor dog. So it's funny and it's slapstick. That's a pretty bad dog death, but this dog straight up gets hit by a car, and then when they cut back, the car is like showered with blood.
Not only that, but then he's got to fucking pick up a fucking fake dog,
carry this limp dog away, and he's like, "I'm gonna just go bury my friend." I'm like, "Fuck, this is brutal." And then of course the pig scene.
And then also, I do love this the fucking where he's digging the grave, and the old dude's like, "Why are you digging so deep? It's a dog or whatever." And he's like, "Man, I hope somebody will dig a grave this deep for me." Like, man, that guy really liked his dog.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. That was an unnecessary dog death.
It was necessary to show Ice-T's gravitas.
Yeah,
to a degree, but I was really hoping Ice-T was going to go John Wick on that cab driver.
Yeah, he should have.
Like, if you hit my dog, I'm already fucking like gonna.
Yeah,
there's gonna be
Rutger
something.
Hauer the fuck
but if you get out of the car and say you owe me money for the damage you did to my cab, I'm gonna be like, oh no, now I have to murder you. Yeah, like now I have to make an example of you in front of all these people.
Yeah, and I'm already homeless, so the only thing that happens is I get a place to go to sleep.
Right. Yeah, that definitely
don't fuck with homeless people, man. They really don't have anything to lose. Like, don't.
That definitely calls for Rutger Hauer Hitcher activities.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
That it calls for a hobo having a shotgun.
So true.
With surviving the game, you didn't bring up a good point that you don't know what Ice motherfucking T's history is. I mean, you know what he did with with an apartment complex, but
usually they give like, oh, he's ex-military or some shit like that.
But because I was looking at my notes a second ago,
he's a mountain climber,
and the fact
that's how he got out. He's actually a mountain climber.
I was going through my notes a second ago, and I forgot about the ATV explosion. How he rigs the ATV explosion, that's not a normal, like, you just don't know how to do that. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of feel like there's something more going on there.
I feel like I might be able to figure out an ATV more than I would.
But on the fly, how did what did he do? He opened up the gas tank, and then what did he do to?
Well, Okay, so this is assuming that whatever he did is actually something that you can do to an ATV, which
but even in Survivor the Game universe,
but it makes sense because if you follow fucking one of the wires from the throttle / key to the engine, and then figure out which one of those coming out is coming out of the thing that produces electricity, you could just put that in the gas tank, and technically that would work.
I feel like you could definitely do that if you had some time.
I would say that definitely. But everything's open on an ATV,
right? But I mean, he did that literally like in the span of like 10 seconds,
right? So but thinking, you know what? He was a fucking electrician. He says it in the movie.
That's right, didn't he?
Partially, something. He's part. He understands electrical.
Yeah, you can't get a job being a handyman at an apartment complex if you don't know a little bit of electrician stuff.
He's a professional entire half of a cow stealer.
What? He stole cows? I didn't see this movie.
Yeah, he jumped whenever there was right in the beginning.
Oh, at the beginning. That's where man. Yeah. I was thinking in my head, I was thinking I didn't see him wrangling cows.
It's a half a cow, but it's like the half dog and fucking Return of the Living Dead.
I was trying to find some more information about the film to see if we had an explanation for this. If there was like, a subplot about Ice-T's backstory was removed for thing, but there's nothing. But it does say that even though it's bookended by scenes in Seattle, not a single frame of the movie was actually filmed there.
Where did they film it? I wonder.
Arizona.
No, that was
for some reason. Where'd it go? Despite the ending taking place in Seattle, for some reason, production filmed and used an established shot of Philadelphia from the vantage point of the South Street Bridge. Several key landmarks are visible in this shot, and there's obviously nothing resembling a Space Needle to even vaguely pass it off as the intended location. Why they did this has never been revealed.
Well, I can.
It's just to make it city.
It's a city, but it's also you probably got Canada, borders, fucking Idaho.
You're not allowed to film. You're not allowed to film Canada from USA. It's illegal.
No, what I mean is like the logic of where are they going to be able to fly to? That's kind of quick.
But everything else was in Wenatchee, Washington.
So that makes sense.
I mean, if it's in Washington, then I could actually.
Why not just go to Seattle?
Right. Probably money.
I think probably because you have to pay fees.
Ice motherfucking T was like, I'm not going to Seattle.
But also, Washington, I feel like is a more reasonable state for him to be able to get. Also, they flew out there because they're rich. That doesn't mean that you have to fly out there,
dude. It was pretty mountainous.
It's very mountainous, but Washington feels like a state that it's not in the middle of winter, so you could get out of the forest or whatever. Also, you probably just hitched. Probably found a road and then hitched.
I feel like you're filling in a lot of gaps here that don't make any sense. However, I'm gonna let it slide because it's
surviving the game.
It's just because it's Ice motherfucking T.
It's Ice motherfucking T.
So
there is another fun fact here, though, as we were talking about it. Screenwriter Eric Berndt later expressed regret about killing off Doc Hawkins, Gary Busey, so early.
Yes.
And if given a chance to go back and change things, said he would have killed off Wolf Sr., F. Murray Abraham, first.
Yep.
And had Hawkins take over the role of a father figure to Wolf Jr., but it is speculated.
That's literally what I have in my notes.
But it is speculated that F. Murray Abraham's recent Oscar win guaranteed him more of a prolific character in the movie at Busey's expense.
Gotcha.
That was a bad move.
Because with that story that he fucking gave, although I know that was improv, but with that story, that would have lined up so good for that's why he's making the son do this.
Yeah. Dude, you don't what bad move because okay, fucking guy has an Oscar, whatever. And I don't care about F. Murray Abrams.
Also, he ended up being a dickhead.
Dick, yeah. But so what? You have an Oscar. That scream whenever his kid fell and they were on the tree. That was not an Oscar award winning scream. That was a shit scream.
Yeah.
How many takes did they needed to?
That was you
that?
dropped your phone in the river.
Yeah, yeah. That was
now.
An
To be fair,
overacting
he may.
scream.
That might be how he feels about his son. He might feel like his son is just his phone.
It certainly seemed that way.
Yeah, it did. It did. It was.
That was the
like,
one.
Why won't you kill anybody, phone?
Extra weird
Damn it, phone.
part,
Kill
which I mean,
somebody.
I guess speaks to how much he doesn't know his own kid. Or just highlights how much of a piece of shit daddy is. But the fact he's like, we're not actually going to hunt him, right, Dad? Like, that's a human being.
No,
and he's like, I paid $50K for this. You're goddamn right you're going to hunt this human being. And it's like, why didn't you make absolute sure your kid was going to be on board with this before you got there? Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, I think he knew that he wasn't going to be on board and then figured, well, once we get out there,
he's going
now
to
it's too late.
have to.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have Gary Busey in a corner.
That's the kind of thing that somebody who pays $50,000 to hunt a human being would think.
Yeah,
exactly. Fair point.
Yeah, that's why
also,
Gary Busey was so much better.
Hold on a second. $50,000 to hunt a human being? I feel like that was low for even back then.
Adjusted for inflation, now it's like 1.3 million or something, right? I don't know.
I feel like it's got to at least be.
That's closer.
It's got to be $500K or plus to go hunt a human. You know what I mean?
50K is strange.
What's really fucked up is that
for like
there's a situation
employee.
in the news right now where we could look into this.
Oh yeah, it was like a bunch of rich people flew.
I think it was Syria.
Yeah, I saw the headline. They went somewhere. Yeah. Let's pause, listener. Cue Jeopardy music. Rich people
I'm trying
hunting
to make it
other people
licensed.
I don't I know I just saw there it is. Rich sniper tourist from November 12th. Rich quote sniper tourists allegedly paid $90K to shoot civilians, including kids.
Wow.
In Sarajevo.
Sarajevo. I knew it was an S.
Right. Human safari trips. $90K.
It
was just like 2 weeks ago.
No. But the story itself is. I know that the story just now broke, but it's about something that happened in Sarajevo, which was years ago.
Oh, in the 90s.
Yeah. So, okay, that lines up.
Wow, it does. And more than 10,000 were killed in Sarajevo by snipers and shells between 1992 and 1996 during the Balkan Wars. So I guess...
So fucked up, bro.
So I guess, there were German, French, English people from all Western countries who paid large sums of money to take
companies is kind of accurate too
to be taken there and shoot civilians. So
it's insane.
Yeah, 90K, upwards of 90K. So that means that some of them could have paid less. So I guess 50 to 90K back in the 90s.
Upwards of 90K means 90K to more.
Does it?
No.
Upwards of 90K?
Yeah, that means up to 90K. So maybe they...
Does it say up to or upwards?
Upwards.
Upwards, so it's 90K and above.
I don't...
Approximately 90K.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay, I guess the running rate to go hunt humans in the 90s were 50 to somewhere
still
around
less
90K.
than 6 figures, which is crazy.
What's weird to me is that just go with me on this because this is fucked up. But it feels like you're just maybe it's because you're paying 90K and then the fucking whatever government was doing the wars kind of covering your ass. So maybe that's part you're paying for that part. But
I don't think they're paying for the
doesn't single serve boutique guy to shoot, doesn't that seem like a more expensive experience?
Exactly. Yeah.
I would expect that to be more expensive.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. I'm assuming Ernest Dickerson and nobody involved in this movie was aware that they were charging 90K in Sarajevo.
No, dude.
Otherwise, maybe they would have upped it.
Gary Busey
knew.
Gary Busey
he doesn't know anymore, but he did know.
Yeah. Gary Busey knew some shit. Okay. Like, no doubt about it. I don't know if he knew. I'm just fucking riffing.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
It just seems like a guy that would know some
Can't
shit.
have any slander on this.
You know what I mean?
podcast.
He just seems like a guy.
We don't slander anything.
Yeah, fuck it. Give me two. But yeah, I feel like yeah, I see what you mean, James. Like, you could go to a war-torn country in that situation, and yeah, that should be a cheap running rate to go, I guess, kill people.
Well, okay, so here's the thing: is I think it, and this makes that even more fucked up, is that I think they were paying $90K, and then they didn't just shoot one person; they shot like
maybe a bunch
of people as they wanted.
Yeah, I don't think it was a per person rate. I think it was like a time limit.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer is running a very top end.
It's bespoke.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. You might not get the guy. You know, you're paying for the experience, which like, you got to pay more than $50K.
Yeah, which is also because they were fighting over who was going to get the first shot or who was going to be the one that killed him, and that other guy was like, he better be a challenge. Right. Like, they've had duds in the past where they killed them too quick.
Yeah.
Which just reminds me of like whenever a UFC match ends in the second round, and I'm like, man, imagine paying like $60 to watch this on pay-per-view and it's over in 4 fucking minutes. Yep. What a bummer. Like,
this just made me
$50K to hunt a human being, and then Dr. Cox takes him out 10 minutes after you leave the cabin, and you're like, what the hell?
Do I get a refund? And Rutger Hauer's like, no, you don't get a fucking refund.
I didn't even lose the flavor in my gum yet. You've already
you asthmatic fuck.
Talking about all these rich people paying to kill somebody made me realize we really need to watch Turkey Shoot, because Turkey Shoot is this movie on fucking steroids.
I have never heard of Turkey Shoot.
The fuck is Turkey Shoot?
It's also, there's another, I forgot what the other. No, it's I used it for the I used parts of it for that trailer.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's instead of one person, it's a future situation where it's a whole prison of people that then all these fucking bonkers, weird future rich people and a werewolf Sasquatch monster.
I'm fucking in. I'm in.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Holy fuck. Olivia Hussey and Steve Railsback?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. So it's like, all these rich people pay to come to this island and hunt an entire prison worth of people or some shit. It's absolutely bonkers.
All right.
But it's originally released in the US as Escape 2000, and also known in the UK as Blood Camp Thatcher.
Blood Camp Thatcher?
Yeah. That's what it was in the UK. But yeah, this looks nuts. There are so many hunting humans movies.
Yeah.
It's a great premise.
It is a solid premise.
I would like to go back and watch
I thought you were going to say, I would like to go back and hunt humans.
Well, if I
was like, money. Justin, no.
Yeah. I'd like to go back to that one summer. Did they remake it? Oh, yeah, they remade it with, isn't that the guy? I think that's the guy from fucking Prison Break. The brother.
They remade Turkey Shoot?
I think so.
Really?
Made another movie called
remake
Turkey
directed
Shoot.
by John Hewitt.
Yeah.
And starring Dominic Purcell and Viva Bianca.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't remember.
Weird. There's no way that they're going to have the budget. Nah. Look, I like Dominic Purcell. I don't mind him at all. I think that he's done some really interesting things with his
Dracula.
Career.
What?
That's weird. That's very strange. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to gloss right over that. Yeah, but weird. However, a movie with him in it, and I'm assuming post Prison Break, is not going to have the budget required to come even close to what the original was.
No,
because that movie is fucking insane.
What was it? The movie the Zodiac liked. Most Dangerous Animal?
The Most Dangerous Game?
Yeah. That's the first one. Yeah,
that's the first one.
Right. That's the first one. Yeah.
Gotcha. I've never seen
a story that was written in 1924. Right. And then the first movie, The Most Dangerous Game, came out in 1932.
Yeah.
And then they remade it.
I think that there's another movie. I can never remember what the name of it was. My mom told me about it, and it might be Most Dangerous Game, but it was something about like these people crash on an island or something, and there's a general there. Okay,
Yeah, a psychotic big game hunter deliberately strands a luxury yacht on a remote island where he begins to hunt its passengers for sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We need to watch that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something the Zodiac Killer would like.
Is that pre-Code?
Oh, yeah, it's 1932.
Okay, when was Code? I can't remember.
What do you mean?
There was like hold on. Talk among yourselves.
I'm looking at the adaptations of The Most Dangerous Game. An influential 1924 short story by Richard Connell tells the story of big game hunter Sanger Rainsford becoming the hunted when trapped on a jungle island owned by General Zaroff, a Russian aristocrat.
Zaroff, that's it. Yeah.
So The Most Dangerous Game in 1932, directed by Irving Pitchell, produced by RKO. A Game of Death, 1945. Changes Zaroff into Eric Krieger, a Nazi, and is set in the aftermath of World War II.
Oh, wow.
Run for the Sun, 1956, stars Richard Widmark, was directed by Roy Bolting. Bloodlust in 1961 stars Wilton Graff as the Zaroff-type character and Robert Reed as the leader of a band of youths who become stranded on the island. Shadow of the Condor, 1964, Johnny Quest cartoon. The Naked Prey, 1966. Confessions of a Psycho Cat, 1968. An early sexploitation film taking place in New York City where Zaroff is replaced with a woman known as Virginia Marcus, who offers 3 acquitted murderers $100,000 if they can survive a night of her hunting them down. Takes little from the story apart from the concept of hunting humans. Yes.
Damn.
I want to watch that. That sounds insane.
Yeah.
That one's 1968, and then The Suckers, 1972, a sexploitation version with the hunter using models as his prey. The Woman Hunt, 1972, produced by Roger Corman for New World Pictures and stars Sid Haig.
Ooh.
Wow. Turkey Shoot, 1982, set in a country under a totalitarian rule. Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, 1987, sci-fi
Really?
sexploitation.
That's a human hunting movie?
Where scantily clad women are hunted on an alien world by a mad scientist.
Oh, okay. I'm aware of that. I've never actually watched it.
How'd they get there?
Spaceship, bro.
Mad scientist.
Yeah, of course. And then it lists Predator.
They're slave girls. What? They were slave.
Most Dangerous Game adaptation. A group of Special Forces soldiers in South America find themselves hunted by an alien creature to collect trophies.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
I mean, he's hunting humans.
I think
so it counts.
I think Predator 2 is closer though.
87 is Deadly Prey.
And it's got
former soldiers kidnapped by mercenaries who train by hunting innocent people. Hard Target, 1993. Surviving the Game, 1994. The Pest, 1997. The Eliminator, 2004. 7 captured people are hunted at night for sport on an island as a betting game for the wealthy. Apocalypto?
What?
That's a stretch.
That's
Mel
a big
Gibson
stretch.
didn't pull anything. That's ridiculous.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, citation needed. That's right, Wikipedia. Yeah. You can leave that up there. Never Leave Alive, starring WWE's John Hennigan. Ready or Not, that's a bit of a stretch too.
Sort of, yeah.
2020's The Hunt. That was the last movie I saw before COVID because it came out Friday the 13th when everything locked down. So we saw it and then came home and then never left home. Tremors Shrieker Island. In the 7th installment of the Tremors franchise, Burt Gummer and several other unlucky people are trapped on an island with a trophy hunter who hunts graboids for sport. So that's not the same.
Is he making the graboids hunt them?
I don't know.
Or something?
So. That's a bit much.
I kind of like, first off, which one is that?
Number 7.
7.
Yeah,
so
it's the 7th Tremors movie.
We know where we're at that point. But like,
also,
I like the idea of that if it wasn't the 7th one.
That was the one that was directed by the same guy who directed Tremors 5, Kindergarten Cop 2.
A sequel?
There was something else that he directed recently that I thought we talked about.
There was a Kindergarten Cop 2?
Yeah.
Who played the Kindergarten Cop?
I don't remember who plays the Kindergarten Cop, but I think that
Dolph Lundgren.
The kid.
No.
That's right. And the kid is somebody, one of those child actors.
Half Past Dead, same director. That's right.
Kindergarten. Man, this episode is opening my eyes to a lot of new shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it back in a real weird way.
No.
I'm gonna bring it back in a real weird way. Pre-code Hollywood was a period in American filmmaking from roughly 1929, the beginning of film, to 1934, before the strict enforcement of the Motion Picture Production Code, the Hays Code.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what made everybody like, which is funny because you look at pre-code movies and like, there's not that much like it's not the sex and the violence and all that shit isn't like nearly as bad as it is now.
Yeah. But back
clearly because it's the fucking 30s. But like, man, back then they were like, you can't show a nipple.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought whenever you said was that pre-code, I thought you were referring to the Zodiac Killer's code.
Oh,
and I was like, what? This movie came out in 1932. Zodiac was in the late 60s, early 70s.
I thought you were saying before people learned how to code, and I was like, I think this was prior to those.
I was actually talking about pre-code of the Samurai.
What's see, now we got to go. That's hundreds of years. I don't think the Zodiac Killer's that old.
Well, I mean, we just said 32. We didn't say which 32. It could be like 16. 32. I don't know.
Yeah, still, he's not that
whenever
old.
Samurais were. I'm not good at dates, guys.
I don't know numbers.
I wasn't done listing most.
I'm good at letters, not numbers, y'all.
There's still more? There's more?
Still Apex,
my God.
From 2021, where an ex-cop serving a life sentence for a crime he didn't commit is offered a chance of freedom if he can survive a deadly game in which a group of hunters pay for the pleasure of hunting another human on a
deadly game
island.
is a different one. A deadly game is a different one.
The Most Dangerous Game, 2022, directed by Justin Lee, is just a straight remake of the 1932 version. And then Death Hunt, also 2022, directed by Neil McKay, is a Canadian film variation on The Most Dangerous Game, as a couple is captured and hunted in the woods by 3 local men.
I think I'm going to get...
It's time to run, sorry.
I think I'm going to get Death Hunt on my
Gotta hunt you now. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Oh, sorry. I kind of winged you there. I should have shot you in the head.
Oh, no.
It's a bit nippy out here, yeah?
Canadians don't sound that. Okay, I'm just going to shut up.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch
Canadian
all of those
heads
now.
Don't move this much.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to watch all of those now.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll just do a whole marathon episode of all the Most Dangerous Game adaptations.
God, could you imagine?
We mainly just talk about the past.
Yeah. I
probably.
I don't want to be hunted, but I definitely couldn't imagine what it's like to be hunted by a group of Canadians.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of chill.
I mean, I would imagine. It can't be that rambunctious.
Nah. They keep offering you like cider and
like Dr. Cox and fucking Gary Busey. Like, that's an American hunting people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they embody the unhinged spirit of
is Canadian hunting
Americans.
people. They just leave out a plate at Tim Hortons and they just like wait for
right.
And then they just
I think that's right.
They pull a stick out and a box comes over.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry there.
We got
sorry,
him.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You just wanted a snack.
Oh yeah. He's in that box there. Yeah.